Today, as a vibrant Indian economy in a hurry to grow rushes towards a global future, a group of dedicated and passionate business leaders and professionals convene inside this stately corner building in the heart of Mumbai. Their mission: to contribute towards making India one of the top economies of the world, keeping in mind the interests of every Indian. These are members of the Indian Merchants Chamber, one of India's premier chambers of trade, commerce and industry. To truly understand this chamber's rich legacy of nation building, the clock needs to rewind a whole 100 years.
Indian Merchants Chamber started in 1907 under the leadership of the visionary Manmohan Das Ramji, the eminent Indian businessman.
The economic policies of the then alien government in India were dictated by associations which had no other interests but to look after the welfare of the colonizers and traders. And it was such associations, uncaring and unfair economic policies that made Indian traders and merchants realize the need to form their own chamber, Indian Merchants Chamber.
While the chamber started out as a voice of protest against the then alien government, post-independence its role has stepped up and evolved tremendously.
These gentlemen of great experience, great patriotism, lent their support, their advice and their knowledge to government in formulating policies.
By the 1980s, the IMC realized that very fundamental and far-reaching policies would need to be implemented if India was to face up to its responsibility as a leading player in the global scenario.
The 1990s have seen the IMC reach greater heights. From then on, the momentum has been gathering strength.
In today's times, Indian companies have to compete with the best in the world, and the Chamber will play its part to help them to compete with the best in the world and to take on the world.
The aim is to create a conducive environment for Indian industry to flourish so that in today's days of globalization, it can become internationally competitive.
Now His Excellency Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, President of India, will unveil the IMC centenary logo.
IMC in pioneering excellence in commerce industry during the last 100 years. Friends, I am very happy to flag off the centenary celebration of Indian Merchant Chamber and my best wishes in their mission of making the Indian history nationally and internationally competitive. May God bless you.
In the era of globalization, IMC is striving hard to make India as a world leader in sectors like economy, industry and business.
The IMC government partnership has indeed yielded substantial dividends over the years, with the Chamber contributing actively towards the embedding of several economic milestones. Besides this key function of interfacing between the government and private enterprise, there is a lot more which goes into making the IMC what it is today. Propelled by its vision of the 3 Gs of growth, governance and globalization, this ISO 9001 certified chamber is not content to rest on its legacy and laurels.
It has over 3,000 members, 250 or so affiliated associations, and indirectly 200,000 members, and the range of its activities, domestic, regional, international.
The diversity of activities undertaken by the chamber, from offering educational services in business and management to providing a platform for arbitration of trade disputes, and instituting prestigious awards such as the Ramkrishna Bajaj National Quality Award and IMC Joran Quality Medal. All these activities speak for the Chamber's 360-degree approach towards its principal goals of playing a developmental and unifying role for Indian industry and that of making Indian businesses globally competitive.
As the Indian companies go global, our trademark conference, which is called the India Calling, we take to various parts of the world.
The new global order will be defined as much by South Africa and India as it has been defined in the past by others. And something constructive, something remarkable something purposive and something historical will come out of this meeting.
Us to succeed to make it an African continent, we certainly need the partnership with India and the involvement of India in the struggle to make this truly an African continent.
These conferences have given IMC the distinction of being the only chamber in the country which organizes overseas Indian conferences of this scale and magnitude. Its International Conference on Communications Convergence has created its own brand image. And that's not all. To promote globalization, IMC has signed more than 80 MOUs with chambers of commerce and industry across 45 countries.
We also realize that the youth of India needs to be brought into the mainstream of Indian economy. Therefore, in this year, we are going to concentrate on channelizing the youth, educating the youth, and making them responsible.
Along with creating a young entrepreneurs wing, the Chamber has also nurtured a new generation of dynamic women entrepreneurs. The 1600-strong Ladies Wing reinforces yet again the Chamber's commitment towards sustainable democratic growth.
The Chamber is taking up new initiatives, for example, the public-private initiative, which was a unique occasion when virtually all major political parties came on the same platform to discuss how to make Mumbai into a world-class city.
These businessmen and the committees that run the chamber on a year-to-year basis do a yeoman's service for the Indian trade and industry. There is no vested interest. It is a service they are giving to Indian business community.
This is the spirit that has been the mainstay of the IMC's proven track record of 100 years. And it is undoubtedly this spirit which will enable it to take on the next 100.
IMC is more than merely a chamber. Now, IMC enters the second century of its glorious innings. And I am sure it will continue to provide wise and inspiring leadership as India turns a new chapter that will change the face of the world.
100 years of IMC is a historic moment for all of us, and we are privileged to be part of it.
Revisiting this age-old, 100-year-old institution is really a humbling process.
We have decided to dedicate the centenary year towards bridging the gaps of globalization.
IMC will do everything in its power, and so will its members, to achieve this objective, to put India on that pinnacle which India deserves to be.
In the words of the only honorary member of the IMC,
I want the culture of all of the lands to be blown about my house as freely as possible.
Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu Sukhino Bhavantu Sarve Sarvatra Sadhatu